Yellow, Divas. Me mama akwaba eba my right show. My right, oh, my right. You say you me right, dear, na you me life. Say you me life, na say obi kun etia sa life no dia enye wo say you kun na ye je you right. Enti na ene my right show no ye di brewo ewo Divas TV, so with your girl, yeah, Diva. The only Diva with a difference, redefining Divaism only on Divas TV. And you benya with Divas TV, so on YouTube. Na ubenya yen so Facebook Divas Trend. So there are no other social media handles na Divas _ TV. Ebano said, "Okay, what I just saw Divas _ TV _ ubinya your life." Say, poor Mrs. Our problem, he said, "But my right shoulder, I'm more opinion my friend. Into what how be, if I right home, human rights abuses, right to one quad, and Mr. Fred, my right show, ubinya ye, it was 0545676219. You don't must have your force and ya moshe na no friend from me. Last week, they discussed in maybe a fire right in this year, proper constitution. Yes, you be every your rights at home. You could details of that, no, so that is, I was saying the constitution at home, and say, your constitution into the shall say last year's your constitution. Now, of course, I'm denying, my God, there's a mere committee cry me. Me left me write text messages, WhatsApp. Oh my God, child, I love you all. Just you are enjoying the show, Ankasa. Me say thought that me say, hey, say the show even quite I didn't really know. I thank you all for support, any more encouragement. It's not easy being on such a show, but because when he says sometimes no cry, what kind of cry is very tough. The democracy show with their lives, so that kind of cry. When it comes to human rights issue, not a life issue, into some of us we want to sacrifice our life for that, and we really all out for that. And to more share ye a friend me that I must see. More see even qua your person side road traffic we say run also brain with time we will bring them. All right, we are here for that. Into my right show so pen I'll be with my right show they also all ban right. Now when we say right na and you won't quite into Mirabiano, over to me agina, one right. And it's not my right show a day, Emma break here every week. Yeah, so I know you put my right shows, waiting a little of it on Divas TV. But this today, there, and my right show. Into just stay tuned and enjoy with your girl, yeah, Diva. Because my right, nene, with the ebro. Na yes, every no send you me kind no. Mo pesa mo friend this week, mo waiting your friend. I'm sending a message. A dear now how video, audio, be pesa mama rights. Yeah, the you know me, I am always for you, and I will even die with my life when it comes to write for you. So go ahead and do that. Send me all your messages, the videos, whatever you want to share with Yadibi. Go ahead and do that. And I will be so grateful and I will thank you for that. And trust me, you are secured when it comes to that. I will never ever betray my informants. No way. Anyway, without much ado, you start it and let's show them. Yes, my rights. My rights and everywhere. Yeah, caught your recap of the last week you discussed it. Last week you discussed it, baby, and I share baby. I say, I find your rights, your fundamental human rights, and what constitution. Now you can't say me summarizing when the top farmer said that they are one the last week, at least you will have a glimpse of last week and now they are twice this week. So you can be the fundamental human rights and see if you go into details. Say state my woman I was no protecting rights no protecting right from the executive, which is made up of the presidents, judiciary, also legislature. And there were other organs of the government, any agencies with which has agencies within it, what's protecting those things, those fundamental human rights, and we talked about them and we talked about it, say I was say your right to be protected, which means that the state no a entitlement into what my entitlement are protect those entitlements. And when I can last week, if my rights show no so you can find right and then you better also wake up now them out no it can ya go see say you can be far your fundamental human rights say was you protect your life and your life was a state needed to protect it. And apart from your life no so yes can be people say you right to equal we say you are equal before the law, which means say emfa ho ne color wo say race wo we broni we bibini any can see discriminating when it comes to the law. Emfa ho any say we gender oba ana bema emfa ho any say wa ko school ye nyina ye ba ko emma last week we are the diva with the different cultures say emra enye brofo brofo tintin na beka ni na say emra forget emra brofo brofo being knowledgeable na say enye brofo because brofo ye kasa. I always say this, brofo ye kasa nti kasa ni dem man ko school nti ni kwan say me hu me right that be who right so be who right e we entitlement obi a was entitlement no o do ko school wo ye wan ko school wo nti hu a e be boa hu a e be hye wo kran hu a e be boa hu so man na wo mu no say dia boa wo say ni mu wo say you protect sa right no na you protect ni nyina you get to find out. Nti these are the things that we encourage you to know say sua rights a very important. It's not me bam they say enya brofo tintin enya mra ne ye ka ho asem on my right show they are happen na wo hu ni nyina. Nti I always advise you say stay tuned every weekend next my right show on Divas TV. With TV ba ko one in the mouth with the Divas with the difference. Redefining divaism only on Divas TV. Nti ya hu we no ne ye be ko enedie no ye be can be about dignity. State no I was so protected with dignity. You are entitled to your dignity. Nti these are the things that the constitution ni ahwe say ampa ne make no eye no kre ana enye no kre. Nti yen semre no join me ne constitution. We are debate the mi prime constitution. The Ghana 1992 constitution, Republic of Ghana the NBR 1992 the no. Nti ye be ko I say protection of personal liberty. And that is what we're going to talk about. I think we did this year. No, we're going to talk about dignity, and respect for human dignity. And that means and we're getting this from the Constitution, the 1992 Constitution, page 15, and the section is section 15, and we read from section 15, and a subsection way 1, no. And we see article 1 here says the dignity of all persons shall be inviolable. So no person shall, whether or not he is arrested, restricted, or detained, be subject to. And to see a chiwa with dignity should still be protected. It should be intact. The fact say a child now you're suspecting, and you can say you sell dignity now you go fee. And let's see what it says. Or say that person should not be subject to. You can see a do fatty we will torture. Say you bring warning, you torture, you be that be. You shouldn't go through that. I'll say or other cruel. A bibia a yo yaw inhuman. They say and say you di onipa fem. And degrading treatment. To say you degrade you and now it's like a punishment. Chiwa we are suspect, so there shouldn't be any kind of punishment else or they go through. And I say you should go through because of say you are a suspect, you've been arrested. So when they arrest you and I restrict you and I detain you, these are the things any person go through. Now we know two no under it no we have B. Any kind B near my subject to your quality B no so or see any other condition that distracts or is likely to distract from his dignity and worth as a human being. Enti bibia ye chiwa ye do be forma say ye titi found or ya obi na say ye ma max ye titi wo ye brim wo ye to say me any passer ye na ye ma feel say wo nye nipa no and run see any passer ye chiwa ye do film because even as at the time prior to you only a suspect ye nyangi wasem ye prove beyond all reasonable doubt within a competent court of jurisdiction, say we a criminal. And why that torture? Why do we go through that torture when we are arrested? And these are the things that we always talk about. Say when we talk about arrest, it is the police that do the arrest. So you see, more depends on them. And they are the people who are supposed to protect us. But most of the time, we realize that those abuses not I am a free almost. Then the next thing is that we're going to a person who has as the third one. Under the section 15 now, or third we see. In the third one, I say a person who has not been convicted of a criminal offense shall not be treated as a convicted person and shall be kept separately from convicted person. Oh my God, this is what I love so much. I say nipa yakchino tio tieni nipa yakchino a suspect. When you're criminal, you're convicted, you say, you're in the Nassau one, a time, and now a fork, say, where the bunny way. And when any point of Pocrano, bed your papa than ye didn't to bed your woman, your poor Martin, dear. There should be difference, which means that the law is even specifying, so once a young what can it be? I am condemned, I am convicted, and new points of Biama, felony senior, ye more punishment. No, it should be so smooth. And even if it's not going to be smooth, at least it should be slightly, not to be like Obia, your money judgment, your punishment. I was on no quite fiassy and I'll be there. We need to move on to a fiassy, Brian. So this is what the law says. And I say, a juvenile offender who is kept in a lawful custody or detention shall be kept separately from all adult offender. From an adult offender, sorry. So what it is saying here, also say, or so we are kola. Now we are someone be. Maybe we say why and someone never see a punishment. And you can see a new company for the only just a kola crown a year. What we say a child say, who age into age group in committee those people. Even when you are going to serve your sentence and our punishment, no one will receive. But this is how it's supposed to be. So if the law even is considering children, it's a law no or consider then how much more that if I am convicted and unconsidered. Then we go to 16. That is within the page 15 section 16 and also one no and when I can see no person shall be held in slavery or servitude. Nature say obi ni pa was here to in hello, and kwasumo. And sometimes you see, say, you being invited to a police station, you feel say, yeah, the work to say you are under slavery. And I have felt that much. It's sometimes I'm so passionate about this thing and I'm so emotional. I have experienced it. You see, one thing about them, when you go there now, you are challenging them. But even there is no problem with anybody challenging you. As long as the person is doing that on authority on something. And almost a there is law in it. But when you open buga buga, once I want to follow or blush to your buga buga, if I don't go and I don't please you, I don't please your pimps and car prices, need the NSI and a big trend say the police. Oh God, I'm crying aloud, please. You are supposed to protect our rights, oh. The law is someone that was protecting your right. It's more abuses. Where do we go? More abuse here, no more protecting, No more shall see abuse here. Where do we go? You know, so where do we fall on? That is the most painful aspect. Yes, I know some people say, oh, media, abuse me. No. Your fundamental human rights, your entitlement will be what's a enjoy or minor woman. That is why you work so hard to pay tax. That is why you give yourself because you think that that country, and that's how our money is protecting you. That vicinity, that community, that society is protecting you, those rights. That's your entitlement. The amount of those entitlements, because they know say yes, you are entitled to it. So how about me? Over protecting, which is also their duty to do that. Why wouldn't you receive that? So that when you don't pay tax, now I do family council and say yes, man, piano, they may family council. But when I'm doing all this, I'm paying my tax, I'm doing all that I'm supposed to do as a good citizen. Not say you will not protect me, you will not protect my fundamental human rights. Then where lies my faith? Then why do I waste my time working so hard? Why do I even waste my time doing what I do to help the society? So these are the things we are talking about. On my right show, so the ube way. Show be anywhere ube this so except my right show. And with ADJEI, you will always meet me and see me only on Divas TV. Because Divas there is number one. Divas TV is not ube emrano. We go by the constitution where they drain the account. That be a constitution. When your assumption. When you're a perception, this is constitution. We go by the constitution. We can't constitution. Your constitution is here and you're there. Now we know when only on Divas TV, my right show. So yes. So let's continue. And today I can't let us say it just said and run say and for beyond party TV my bet is sending or your aqua. When you did for no one and your Jojo warm, your brim warm. Now those days now you walk in Kwasumu, you remember. God Coast days no. When even the white people were here, you see the kind of tortures and go through, the kind of slavery and more failure. When the black people went outside, the kind of slavery we go through. So these are the things. It is inhuman and yeah, pleasant. It is not something that is good we should encourage. And yeah, idea was anybody should endorse on and things. Oh, me, if you give me that and you don't give me food, I'm good to go. But if you give me everything, not my right, you take my fundamental human rights from me. Forget it. I'll leave all and go and be where I can have those fundamental human rights. That one I'll always say it. And I know there are also some people like me, just that they don't want to come out. But if you want to come out because ADJEI is here for you. ADJEI want to tell you that you can be anything you want to be if your fundamental human rights is respected and is protected by according to the constitution. You can do it. How would you feel saying you're living in a country where there is this kind of fairness? When you get to the police, whether you are rich, you are poor, you can easily get justice. At least when you were doing, you know, you need how man of one CDB say thank you, it is not bad. But when it becomes a condition, say, if you don't give me, I won't do it. That is where we talk about it. That is where we think there is a problem. That is where discrimination, even because you only be of a man, that person will not get the justice and ultimately opportunity to even approach the police station or the police. And to me, it is something that is very appalling and very bad that we should detest. You might never know. So who was Calvitria is okay. Who was scanners and you go through any system, yes, okay. If you don't do it, we won't do this for you. If you don't do it, we won't do this for you. It's okay. But how about Nipana only people? So how about relatives, descendants, people who might not have the means? Let's only go through such torture, such problem. It is even me, I see that as mental torture. We jump and say, now with your case, there's one thing in book because probably you have to do something before something can be done. Let's all work hard to avoid such situation. And when acquire one person can do, we should all team up. Like I said, prior when we back and able, so always make sure that you give it your best when it comes to your human right, the protection of your fundamental human rights. We have to test the institutions. We have to let them know that they are supposed to be there for us. Those who protect those rights. We have to find out. Are they abusing us? We should find out. Are they relaxing too much? Are they being too comfortable in their zones and they don't want to push for people to get what they're supposed to get? We should find out all these things because whenever it is not about say, yeah, corner, oh, yeah, who is kind, then you get it. No. Let it be there for everybody, like the Constitution stipulates. It should be there for everybody. It's so bien, you was so young. Then you know, share no. So, maybe to me, you're rich to say, wow, it doesn't mean some brown so you're channel that way. No. It's not crime, say, maybe you're rich like you. No. It's not crime, say, I don't have a car and I'll take truck. No. It's not crime, say, I'm not paid the way you are paid. No. The law shouldn't discriminate. Discrimination under the law, no, canker. It can bring chaos anytime. Why am I saying that? So maybe call, let's say miniska, let's say NTMia. Don't you think someone next time will be a BB ATM instead of me to go there? No, I'd rather use my fix. So let's avoid such situations. Let's prevent them. So the law, let's continue what it says. Slavery, yeah, avoid it. You shouldn't put people into a situation under slavery. Then this one, when we talk about, if you are talking about protection from slavery, the state is supposed to do that for you as a citizen. It's also your entitlement that you're supposed to do what to enjoy. And also apart from slavery and also what forced labor. So if I don't want to do a work, you can't force me to do it. No person shall be required to perform forced labor. Is too light for the load. Hey, probably the child is supposed to be in school. By all means, on top side here. Forced labor. It happens to even grown-ups. Forced labor. So sometimes I even equate this to something that is ongoing, but people talk about it almost on the old. Wako say be wako hwehwe adwuma. Yeah, culture say by force I was say we answer the adwuma na mo. Sometimes I hear those things when we are on the field for our feasibility studies. We experience and encounter ladies complaining that, look, I wanted this job so bad, and they told me, look, unless you do this, unless you sleep with this person, unless you do this, you're not going to get it. And to me, it's like you are forcing the person to do what the person doesn't want to do. Yes. So to us, we don't see it on Divas TV or my right show. I think we are not in for that, and we don't support certain. Not sections never so me pay my adwuma na openo me for so no aye we answer no extra jobs and ye pam tro mo nte so my entimi nya ye be ntini ye try application on ma me meet me I. Then we go on to for the purpose of this article. The article the purpose meaning forced labor does not include any labor required as a result of a sentence or order of a court. So what it is saying is say even when we encounter this forced labor now, say if you are on say a court na diama wa in say when you are convicted, penal court punish you a normal sentence and now or catch us say order from the court say prison and say oh you hard labor. Those labor no they more forced labor because it is a kind of punishment because what committed offense you've been convicted. That is why the law does not consider that as a forced labor. And also any labor required of a member of a disciplined force or service as his duty in case of a person who has conscious objection to a service, a member of the armed force of Ghana, any labor which that person is required by law to perform in place of such service. Or and it's always opposed yes and forced labor. That is what it's trying to explain. And as you see because training and they sometimes go for war to protect the country, and we say it is not considered by law, and as according to the constitution it's a forced labor. And it's I think that one is very explanatory. I say any labor required. See, that's article C so on the same article 16 see na was here. Let's read it when it comes to 3. It's say under 3 no say C 3C See, any labor required during any period when Ghana is at war, in event of emergency or calamity that threaten the life and well-being of the community to the extent that the requirements of such labor is reasonable, justifiable in the circumstances of any situation arising or existing during the period of the purpose of dealing with a situation, or 3D, see, or any labor reasonably required as part of normal and communal or other civic obligation. So such things are also considered sabia. You catch us say more communal labor and it is also allowed. And yet and sheds are immunis and it's true to and shed. Then you call the next law no one or see equality and freedom from discrimination. Oh my God. How am I doing when you know? Won't they become myself? Oh, sorry, please. Oh, so equality and freedom from discrimination. And here, no, it can be actually very simple. Say, we're seeing all persons shall be equal before the law, and a freedom to obey, also be any freedom. And he said, the fact say, me, and she said it was some discriminating me when it comes to the law and answer under the law. And to say, be minister, Nama Bana law, they say, Emrano Edge, they say, I just say, Metria answer my name and your justice. To me, it is not fair because the Constitution said there should be what? Equality and freedom from discrimination. It just any person discriminate, not in any way or in any form. That shouldn't be allowed. All right. And also protection of privacy of home and other properties. And you also protected or protection of privacy of home and other properties. And that's protection of property. And let's see, that one is under the page 17 and section 18. Let's see section 18. One, no, I see every person has the right to own property, either alone or in association with others. And just say, oh, right, sir, with me, enya or property. Either one in for property, and now so one can have a into what right, sir, we yes, and Rebbe and see who quite say, who be your property. No way. And Rebbe and see who quite say, Divas way, or bet me at all mobile phone. No way. And Rebbe and see who quite say, once you bet me at all mobile phone. So we're talking about the Constitution, your fundamental human rights, and Yema it involves, no, we are still on it. And we are in the 1992 Constitution, one more joining SSCR. We are talking about our fundamental human rights, which is in the Constitution, which we are entitled to as citizens. No, yeah, we are entitled to. And I was saying, respected fundamental human rights. No, the institutions, no, and I was also protecting here, no, or more. And those who are supposed to protect this fundamental human rights, they can't Canada. And see, you should take note of it. We say judiciary, executive, legislature, and here what all other organs of government are. And already what agency only in charge of that. They are supposed to protect this fundamental human right. And he has started explaining the fundamental human rights. And a year custom year church we say the year we comparing it with what we experience. Are we really enjoying that fundamental human right? To me, no, the percentage is low. Until so we have to work on it as a country. And I only can work on it. We have to do it together. In unity lies strength. Into please help Yadiva to help you. And like I said, when you have any issue when it comes to your rights, make sure you gather evidence. Always start gathering evidence right from the initial stage, right from the onset, right from the ongo. Start gathering evidence. People present as witnesses, documentation, records, audio, video, anything can be, so that in case you want to fight for that right and you bring it to Yadiva, Yadiva will be able to have a stand, will have a base, will have something, an authority to stand on to fight for you. And I said, Yadiva will always go any length for you, any length, to make sure that you get justice. Any length. So please make sure that you help Yadiva to help you. And my phone line is always open. Open to complaints, open to anything you want to share with me, advice, help, direction. Yadiva will always learn to give you. Yes, you will always get it good from Yadiva, and I will support you. And I always say my heart goes out to people who are in a battle for their rights. Human rights issue is life issue. So everybody who is in that battle shouldn't really think that it's an easy battle. You should always give it your best, because someday it will help others. The future generation will come and see that, look, the rights that our forefathers fought for, no, yes, we are. They will call you forefathers. Today we are calling the other people forefathers. They will someday also call you forefathers. So if they see that you couldn't do anything for them when it comes to their fundamental human rights, or may be disappointed. And just as you might be disappointed because who am you know, I hope so you will not do that to the future leaders or your children's children. So we continue with my rights, and we are still on the Constitution, talking about and discussing our fundamental human right. Our fundamental human right, like we said, must be respected and must be accorded with the necessary protection as citizens of Ghana, because that is our entitlement. And the law says that it must be protected. So I see you enjoy that kind of protecting those agencies, really police, no. So if they are not protecting us, we should be able to come out and speak. Don't be scared of them. They're going to kill you. No way. Like I said, I always say this, Yadiva, I am anointed for fighting human rights, helping people fight for their rights. And I believe in my fundamental human rights need to be protected by the state. Therefore, I will do anything to help anybody in such situation. That's why I always say that when it happens that way, don't waste time. Don't hesitate. Call Yadiva. And you can always get me on my line. You can get me on Divas TV. You can get us on all our social media handles. And you will make your complaint. And we will always get back to you. We advise people a lot these days. We talk to people a lot these days. We try to help them a lot in these days. Even though sometimes we don't go there, they always bring us the good feet and the feedback, the feedback with a good response. I just thought, yeah, I mean, we've helped. And to me, I'm always happy when I put a smile on somebody's face, because I help the person to attain the human right, to fight for the human right, to let the person enjoy what is called human right. Anytime you see me smiling, let just say, yeah, my right is not being abused. Because when my right is abused, you see me very angry, furious, and unhappy. And I feel like, why should it be so? I always ask, is that Ghana? I have worked for rights before. For my right, the abuse of my right. I stood there, and I have even sat down before, stood before, and wept. Ask myself, really? Is that Ghana? Because you ask yourself, is that Ghana? Because you wonder why. Why would somebody trample on your right because of, say, hey, bibi or painty? Why would somebody trample on your right because of a show say, I am the boss, I am the power, I am the authority? Why? And sometimes in a wrong way, especially with some of the police. Why do you challenge me when I'm the police? I am the law. No, you are only enforcing the law, not the law. The law is there. This is the law. You are an enforcer of it. You are even supposed to protect our rights. Why sometimes do you abuse us? Make us feel like this world is nothing to live in. Especially not this world, Ghana especially. When I feel that way, it always worries me, and sometimes I weep for Ghana. I weep for myself and I weep for Ghana. For how long will this continue? For how long will we go through such atrocities? Let's continue. May God help us. May the one who believes in human rights, that I know he does, help us. this fight is not an easy fight. May He help us to overcome it. That someday, sometime, all of us will smile and say, yes, we've gone so far and we made it that far. You are getting all this from my right shoe. My right, oh my right. If it's not right, then we have to fight it because our right is our life. Only on Divas TV with your girl, Divas. Let's continue. Let's just say you call a constitution, so you go and we were talking about say. It was say our rights should be respected. Yes, all persons shall be equal before the law. In summary, that is chapter 16, and about chapter 17. Now, you can say, right to own a property. Then the next thing, 18b, chapter 17, section 18, 1, bono. Now, no person shall be subjected to interference with the privacy of his home, property, correspondence, and communication, except in accordance with law and as may be necessary. In a free and democratic society for public safety or the economic well-being of the country, for the protection of health and morals, for the prevention of disorder or crime or for the protection of the right of freedom of others. So what he's talking about here, any can say we interfere with me privacy. If me property amenya so me correspondence and information will correspond will interfere. But as long as it is in the interest of the country and it's obi assume now video it is no crime. Only say obi ADJEI crime now video it is specifying here it is the national interest. Now pay evidence without it is for the purpose of justice, for fighting your fundamental human rights. It is not evil. And we do that based on what? Experience. So that is what we're talking about. And see, yes, it was for now 19, section 19, or say, section 19a, or say, a person charged with a criminal offense shall be given a fair hearing within a reasonable time by a court. And it has to see me there because it is really fundamental. Fair trial. Your fair trial, I will see about. Yacho crown is why a bonina I do a court. I will say you more go through the due process. It's a fair trial. I will say it's you. Yes, or judge, no, sorry, I will say, hey, yes, why a bonnet, why a bonnet, funny got to no. I will see it's you, near shim, near pensim, and near money, you say, asem ya woken enukrewo asem ya woken enukreni ansana judgment bi wo ha etimiama enye so sorry ye na miama judgment and Christ and why no way constitution interest or say fair trial and say manipa no akwenya no kana se no two no or say 19:2 no or say a person charged with a criminal offense shall as article A no or say in case of an offense other than high treason, or treason, the punishment for which is death or imprisonment for life, be tried by a judge and jury. And where the punishment is death, the verdict of the jury shall be unanimous. And in case of life imprisonment, the verdict of the jury shall be such as majority as Parliament may by law prescribe. Okay. And so this one is talking about punishment. Now say a ban would be as you cocoon, say they got to life imprisonment. And I did was say a bonnie would group. And more to the sense if you were a friend treason to say if you want to be able to a minor. And no treason not as I said a bonnie be wood or no sign to make us a amount a life imprisonment and I say oh na no crap on you will be a was said a punishment maybe or say well the punishment is death. The verdict of the jury shall be unanimous. Okay, let's just say it's a punishment no good and it is a judgment no anonymous. Now in case of life imprisonment no so the verdict of the jury shall be such majority as parliament may by law prescribe. So I thought I do so on I would say parliament may prescribe. And we're still talking about fair trial. Near me call fair trial. Said the Bible say we call court. Ya chair me a suspect. We could do court no so. Court ni edi asem ni ye. Semia fair trial. Itie masem. Ya kwa asem ni mu. And you say, oh, opposing in the wabenti and a young buntia. No, that one is not fair trial. And the more fun go to because opposing in say wakasi. Without even listening to the nitty gritties of it. No, we don't do that. Yes, I wear a fair trial, and I don't think any judge would do that. So there should be some kind of fair trial. Then to be, or see, in the case of an offense, triable by a regional tribunal, the penalty for which is death, the decision of the chairman and the other panel members shall be anonymous. So no say bia say tribunal bi na asem ko si ya regional tribunal e bia and also so it was say panel no but na asem so chairman and the other panel members ni na it was say anonymous na just nyina and so say owo. Then C no which is under the section 19 no and also so say be presumed to be innocent until he is proven or has pleaded guilty. And you are innocent until it is proven that you are a convict or you are convicted. So, or you have accepted, say you are guilty, and when I say it is proven beyond all reasonable doubt, that is me say, if why do you have to announce say you youngs and pap, where would differ. That is when I can say where differ. Then be informed immediately in a language he understands. Not just in a language, cast out and in detail until was he a church we and of the nature of the offense charged into bonina wire no was he a catcher we church room nintia so ye de deform. Then E, which is the 2E of the section 19 no, or say be given adequate time and facilities for the preparation of his defense. And I was here more when I would defend you, now come dear, come was and as I would defend you. Yama and bra, which me that prepare what near the defend you, and Yamana, I had the away myself, whatever prepare so to me, and you're not to me, with me added prepare. And we are still talking about the fundamental human rights of the people. I would say, or mine a protecting. Now, Hannah talk about fair trial. You can fair trial, see at here. Say you do what some any person won't sorry, penalties. Oh, was so messy, you do go to. I was see a more queen. Cassa would say, and I was say, Yek, now see. Now, so which trail I can walk. So, would be Bema, Obeka. So would differ Obeka. So what say a quony say a quony, no be a woman who said a Buama trial no I smooth, now fences ye betty, not judgments never bano, a bit me up one elquay say ADJEI wait yaw, and I attention be up the mona said it was not fair judgment. No, I was said we hear now it's me a Buama judgment, a smooth, nay, and more we fair. Yes, we have fair trial. Now, I feel super crown. You see, charge me a dear boy in Canadias. How custom. Now, all the time when you are going through trial, let me advise you this way. And I tell me some and way, bro. Sorry, I'm the chief for Mr. Ramon. You see, so what court through trial? I don't want to court no crowd. I just want to go through police for some natural car, build up them near the one. Oh, this is a form of advice. Be calm, stay put, organize yourself. You also will keep say it will be a good evidence. Say it. Sometimes you always say away there, that might be what will even help the case. And to say it, open up and say all that you remember. I know that sometimes you could do you don't remember certain things, but with time you won't say, as the case move on, you won't say now then you present or you tender in those evidence. So evidence not call, now they call, and it help the cases a lot. Because when it help the cases, not a bonus man, we have the right judgment, whether you are a defendant or you are the complainer. That is it. So we don't want to go far today. We're trying to end here because we've almost consumed, we say, a time. No? I hope my this thing is okay. My producer is okay. And like I said, we would like to complete the incomplete way. I wanted us to end here, but let's complete the fair trial, no? Then we can proceed and end there, because by that time, the time also maybe 1 hour. I was saying the issue in the area, and broke into by that time, the time also. I say be permitted to defend himself before the court in person or by a lawyer of his choice. Into what could do when I fair trial, mama? I was seeing a more when I know one can defend the home, and I said, follow lawyer, okay. And so when this cover for lawyer, and no any problem. Then for lawyer, can't say, can ye? I won't say you will get justice without even a lawyer. You don't necessarily have to go spend it. But it's an expensive business, so don't worry your head. Go there with evidence. I always tell you, so when you are dealing with people, gather evidence. Any form that you can do it. See the bell do her. You wouldn't even need a lawyer when you have it all. But I know about who evidence not better down. Why don't you tender it yourself if you have all the evidence? Because lawyer back at the end of the day, so we need evidence, lawyer and go lose case. But for evidence, strong evidence, you will definitely win. And you will also win if you do have it. Unless say you go to the wrong court, well, that one is yet to be identified, or we haven't seen anything of that sort. No? Anyway, maybe there might be, yes, of course. Definitely there are bad knots everywhere. And you have next one, which is the June. That is the 19 June. 2 June. And then the page, we are now at page 18 of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. And we are at page 19. We are under section 19. We are at page 18, section 19. The 2 June, and I walk. Now see, let's read what is there. Now you try to explain. I say, be afforded facility to examine in person or by his lawyer the witnesses called by the prosecution. Good. I say, be afforded the facility to examine. In I was seeing more opportunities. Also, by examination, and lawyers spend a year. You can also examine what you need. I put it to you. I say this. I think this. What you I also say. I say. I didn't now can't say say. Also, what that's right for examination. Or see more sample that facility no. In person or by his lawyer. Into lawyer. One person betting here. Lawyer betting here. The witness called by the prosecution before the court, and to obtain the attendance and carry out the examination of witnesses to testify on the same condition as those applicable to witnesses called by the prosecution. Yes. And in your can say, Sanya lawyers koko jina ho etutu nkofano. Once was akwenya ne se wasi yema was akwenya no. Na so tutu nipa no de wakọ no ano. So you complain and say, oh yeah, what we are defendants. No, you can also do that without necessarily going for a lawyer. Sometimes until we forget the fact that we can do certain things. You heard the motivational message. Yes, say not and can say to me, have the I can do spirit. But for now, to me and can church or home how home or come with Katrine waiting your can ye. Oh, boom, back. You would see you come. Ne boom be ne kan ye se de be ya obi ensisiw se de be ya obi entiti of farm hodie so se de be ya obi enyi won hwo because asem no pa wudi dibem na so na me se wo ka kasa wo ntini nkanti na wo hu se mra no e de ati but mra ye mra ana kasa ne ye kasa Nti ba wo deliver kasa na wo deliver rana wo se wo kaka sa wo betimi aka ne yesi ba betimi deliver ne ye na wo beti nchen ya watewase no bia nso etimi won se asema wo kan die nyansa wo enka wo sa asem wo die koma ana ye die tie ana se wo die wo dia. Nti you should always speak a language away there utimi express wo hu ye wo na wo so anya akonya nso to put it to somebody also you can be a lawyer chewa so no our certificate no akoba ebia wo de onko e na so at least you are knowledgeable, you can do that because in the biana who needs to by force alcohol lawyer obi wo do obedi kura no de alcohol lawyer de bia no so na yes na you will abandon the case. So what you mean first case no because anytime a lawyer beba obedi transport lawyer beba e go obedi schedule ntimi ma it is at the end of the day ntimi follow case no to get the justice that you deserve. So please and please again, don't waste your time and don't waste yourself by abandoning cases. Make sure say you learn, you prepare yourself, become knowledgeable, be on top of issue and give it your shot. And within one or shot now, I'm telling you, the creator who stands for justice and for human rights will always be in your favor to fight for you. That I am sure of it. And so the fact that so run court first in Chelsea will be no way. Will be a court would be for that. So I know it. And I'm very, very, very confident when I say that. Don't let anybody scare you. Don't let anything scare you. Be yourself. Give it your shot. Do the best that you can do. And make sure that you get the best because you can do it. It doesn't matter how long it will take. The justice corner and it is over. Sometimes when I talk about justice corner is not an easy war. Human rights corner and yet an easy war. So when you want to fight for your right, you should be all out to fight for it. And yes, I'm calling no way. Give it your shot. Give it your all. And I know if you have it, you will win. Yes, it will come with its own tussling and tosslings and problems here and there. But when you have him behind you, your source is strong, and you have it safe, you will make it. As for me, Divas said it, touch not my anointing. Don't even try a hair on my head, because if you do, I covenant with him. Finish them. Finish him. Finish his descendant. Money didn't wipe up from this earth. And we'll meet there and finish it up too. That I'm sure of. It's a good thing I have, and I'm really rest assured of my source when it comes to that. And see, what are we talking about? You say, oh, right, say, when you also act as a lawyer when you go to the court. You discuss when you're more fair hearing, wait a minute, I can weigh a good treatment, and near man, you can do one way, and yes, sir, you have every right to question that. You need to get that kind of fair trial. Then we have the same page, that is the 18 and the article 19 to H no. I'll say, be permitted to have, without payment by him, the assistance of an interpreter where he cannot understand the language used at the trial. So when you go to court, every right to ask for an interpreter. Say, asa rofuna wo kan wa menti ase enti mami obi obetrekere me wo meme kasem no mati ase wo right say obebusasa. That is your right. And that is what is provided. Where right now you don't have to pay for money. No way. No way. Omeka just pay for money just for an interpreter. Forget. Don't do it. It is your right. Then we move to the next one, which is the 2I. The 2I is there. I say, in the case of the offense of high treason or treason, be tried by the High Court duly constituted by 3 justices of the court, and the decision of the justice shall be anonymous. And also, sir, it is a ABL committee treason said, Bonipa a butu of mine and I sell my and also, I was say a trial by High Court with me trial. Now, this is our trial. I was say 3 justices of the court, and I was so now the decision on balance is so PR approval. I just say it. You're supposed to go through that. I just say your mass judgment, and I just say treason. The other say there was a airport. Do we say I'm quite saying what's that when you they say you committed a treason? We say you should be able to query and get justice. I mean, fight for your right. That is what I mean. you should go through the appropriate means and get the justice that you are looking for. Then we come to third of the Article 19, which is the trial of a person charged with a criminal offense shall take place in his presence unless, okay, and to why actually no my trial was a trial when yes watching a trial nobody say oh ne I can't say no be with judgment. No way, don't agree. You should always make sure say you get that right. I was say I can't say no and yet can be in I was say you should be involved. Yes, here you be in what judgment. It is never done. Now see, he refuses to appear before the court for the trial to be conducted in his presence after he has been duly notified of the trial. As he said, even class, you were free trial anymore. A bra yamau paper said bra court no one to me uncle. Now went to me and can't judge was swam notice and only because he were free trial anymore. Now B of the three, and also so at the same page of 18 or say he conducts himself in such a manner as to render the continuation of the proceedings in his presence impracticable, and the court ordered him to remove for the trial to proceed in his absence. Enti osinse mpo tie be yiwa frima ama ye wuntimi hu trial na we ntia baako ene se e was said ebia why bibia e chese ebia o interrupt the proceedings no maka say ebia free court na any proceedings. That is what is supposed to be. Then the fourth one, which is still under the 19 article 19 now page 18 no I see whenever a person is tried for a criminal offense, the accused person or a person authorized by him shall, and just say yema obi trial for a criminal offense. Na any panel or didn't call accusing or say the accused person, if I accuse no, or a person authorized by him shall, if he so requires, okay, be given, it is a man within a reasonable time, not exceeding 6 months after judgment, a copy of any record of the proceeding made by or on behalf of the court for the use of the accused person. It doesn't pose only one my ama raising tia. I thought I be only one. Same put I was here more judgment no copy. I also put me share after at least approach anyway say 6 months. Not embroso uncle do 6 months, yeah. Not exceeding 6 months after judgment. It was only a copy of the judgment and of the proceedings. Okay, that's it. Fifth now or the fifth one was saying a person shall not be charged with or held to be guilty of a criminal offense which is founded on an act or omission that did not at the time it took place constitute an offense. I see. Let's read this again. I say, a person shall not be charged with or held to be guilty of a criminal offense which is founded on an act or omission that did not, at the time it took place, constitute an offense. And say, yeah, refi bibi, and now say on an act be, now you see a new concept. And you can say, sir, I don't get it. Yes, now on that act, no, and you must see your judge on that because as at that time, maybe it was nothing. For example, maybe a scenario like maybe I'm ready by now, and you can say, that's the idea. I'm running, I had it, and you will be man. Say those days need to be fair, and any ruling, and any judgment, and it. ana say emrebi e wo kwa first na enye boni na say enye moya it shouldn't be like because of say identity yemfa enye adwuma because of say previous na enye the enye adwuma and that is it and make sure say emra no be so pese wo ti ase na who the constitution no ye kan e with the 1992 constitution Republic of Ghana the idea and you always watch my right show and I can say your right is your life and for you to make it you should always protect your right and your right should be protected by the country, the institution, the three arms of government and then in the organs and agencies who are in charge and also on protecting rights and they are your fundamental human rights and what's by all means it must be accorded that respect, that protection, and that right. Or see a demand and your right. Nobody should take that from you. And then, I don't want to waste much of your time. All that I'm saying is, my right show has come to help you. My right show has come to stay. My right show will be with you. Always contact us. More, your group pages. Send your messages, more grievances, more troubles, so that we can always address them and help you with it. Remember, my right has come to stay. My right has come to help. And my right will always be there for you. Ubenya on all our social media handles on Divas_TV. Now, we'll pay my right show no so YouTube Divas TV. IG Divas_TV_. Facebook Divas Trends. And share. Like your videos. Share, comment on all our social media handles also, and make sure somebody subscribe to your YouTube channel on Divas TV so that at least we can always give you this good news where is very, very important. Like I always say, help us to help you with the good news, and we'll always help you. We subscribe, no make sure that share videos no beyond society actually. What's in some part share. I'm enjoying the show. Now, so the problem is that time is up. The producer said, now, I have to end the show. And I will end here on a good note saying, thank you for watching. I thank all my viewers. Say that, yeah, you always watch, you always send your comments, your contributions, you like and you subscribe. I'm so grateful. Say you watching Divas TV. I did my right show everywhere. My right show only on Divas TV. I will end here by saying thank you to viewers once again, and thanks to my production crew headed by Mr. Isaac. Thank you for good production today, and I love your production today. You're tired, but I know that. Don't worry, the good Lord will reward you. Doing the work of my right there, the God of human rights will always bless you for that. So continue to enjoy my right show, always on Divas TV. With your girl, Diva, the only Diva with the difference. Redefining Divaism only on Divas TV. And on this note, I will sign off and say ciao, love ya, and continue to watch my ride. My ride, oh, my ride. Not your left. Bye, ciao. Ashafo, and there you was several. Company, you was down behind airport, bro. We had one shaking original new designer wears in the show and what we did is several. It's here about the cool. We actually never what you need the CEO owner of the company ever because I'm not changing. It's a several years saying you money is in the shop. Original designer wears really no more. It's here the room. I'm not here for I must have much original
yeah, several years of beer. The investment of Ghana is the turn of original. I know that also one turn of the same price. This is top 4. service. Top 4.
Wow, so it's really wow.
Top 4 music $1,000.
Wow.
So
what is the quality?
You see, price now. You see top 4 is in the case. I am ready to do this. You be able to be a report. So this way
designing and customized. We have some customized.
yeah, because because we deal with the branding direct. They pay so much. They deal direct from them, which is not paying customize here. So we need to make customize because we can't order only one. So we we say this. It's price and so it's $850. It's another part of the yeah, that's what we do. We do so much. It's a for example.
Wow.
See the case. We see a line by $18. Check our website and put the same price. You know, which are the who are busy to check the value. You also shoot price comes here $1,250. The same thing which don't check the banner, we say $1,350. We gotta be back. So we have so many issues. So so many brands. We just here, we just here to service our body. We see the case. So price and money, so if I would check and use, I would say Valentino for the Calvary, or Vaz. The work to you is same price, is 17. So, you know, in here, this will be on you. This year, why also push it. We say to say it's a lot. The man's secret, so we should eat $50. It's already well, yeah, let's say, we have different shoes. We have this this bag is Bottega Veneta. Bottega Veneta. Weigh $4,500.
So price can you appreciate the
yes, maybe a woman not paying a wage. Yes, I'm doing for a pass. I wish they do check about the bag. So yeah, I'm ready to see it. Vinci. It's all fast. We are music così. Non c'è ancora also. My man service. The work that you the same price for Ghana say. Not like a part of the answer to myself. Wow, it's a very loud bar. We are
as I say, when you couldn't take his name extra knowledge, so it's really a shock to our house.
Okay, because
and now these suits were probably said.
you are shop.
Oh, okay. If it's always me, I can pass and capacity.
Oh, it's a problem to be having so in the direct. Since I'm attorney, William Hunt, because the foreign is supposed to see. So, yes, yeah, you know, since you are metro or other shop, so you will different. You don't know how much of William Hunt was from 80 pounds, 50 pounds, down to 70-80 pounds. Yeah, it's a different and I'm sorry. If you have, well, Stefano recently on 6 grand, like 4,000
wow.
Euros. So professional, you see a lot of things. This one, it is the negative. It's a lot of people do that. Fake it across. And you won't know for rich take it across the country. You can do this together. I don't know if you lie, you know, I want to buy. It's not going to yeah, that's how I'm going to buy it. It's very much Africa, it's a positive. And you will be so we have the address, one same price, so the boss be happy no more so.
Oh, they are very classic. Should have 5 years.
We are $900. We $18. We see $400. We are trying $3,000. So, what we show to make you amount 1,000, 2,000, very freaky. Many show you can break of Ghana, nobody.
Wow.
People told me to
yeah, it's on different one.
what would you pay if you were? More than $2,000, they don't know the water. Now, put the whole the show, the same price of the top. So, who's the go to check it? Who's the go? Stefano receiving them out. Check your home, be a make a beer or a season. We say, I'm going to go bills. I don't think we could have.
I don't tell us anything when you walk.
Get a bomb. We say 8,800 pounds. With the stones.
Wow.
See, you're not really well.
The practice said that over the top.
So, there's a always. When it is $18, we have $550. So,
Wow. You let that. Original lettuce.
We have no place. This year, oh, the oh, the Toby. Yes.
They are original.
That's Toby. Say almost all Toby. Almost all brand again. You can talk about it. The girl has it. So to say, get your dose. They can't make nothing of that. Then I won't talk about Papa. They go down and move five. Not that way. He's still really
Oh, I feel that my sister will share. Now, what would be was several? What's a several? The one here is the original. Quality in A1, wouldn't give people be. Yeah, and your price look like everyone was a dear man because I'm using the 20,000. Who has a man, and I'm surprised. Although I'm fucking in the man. They just said, I had the original quality, high, the same standard, price is really good. I didn't know where I was reaching, so we offer claim, was a culture extra luggage and review show. Some men, the trip, yes, how we are at we are the Divas of the energy, and your money in a review, I say, yes, so it was his small to see people. Oh, they know we make money. You know, was a walk here, and we come, and we rush through, and we stand way at the airport or mass. Take the first from 02 46 040 900 02 46 040 900. Several years in the years, a year minimum.
Fast, fully number. A boss no number of Fred Bian.
From the office of
not much over the no, that's why you see more varieties. Really very. People will have to say, you never much of what we also to say, Ghana, I say, you say, separate me. You're just separate, am I in CH?
And I
you're not there, on your space for language. So you're just replace. Trying to say, the money is saying, it's a space.
I know it's the way you go for me.
The reason why I said, my should only just stop it. Only share from woman and I, and then Ben Marshall, that you are not them. I want your space, no, I'm not come. So, say, yes, I'm moved to and then somehow much anything then. The one that them to do about that, you put one and more night. So, yeah. You know, if you are, say, if I don't be here, we are winning. That's really not Chava, the father of our son, and how life. That's it. Or Bembo, Sunday, so,
I think so. Hotel very relaxing and nice. Yeah, so impressed. You as well as you have observed everything, so you have money, we shouldn't even talk much about it because seeing is believing. You have seen it all. They are beautiful, quality, original, authentic. There's a way we challenge. That is the original shop of we have it may so it's not a cow to make an pay the right thing. A zero. It's a zero here in your one. Say the best.